Hello everyone, I'm Eddie.
And I'm Andy.
And happy Valentine's Day.
In honor of this joyous holiday, we're going to do a very special episode today, our Christmas episode. There are certain games that can transport you back in time to when you originally played them. Transport you back to times like Christmas morning or Saturday mornings.
Or running home right after school to watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show while eating a bowl of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal.
In this episode, we bring you Mega Man 2.
Ho, 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 ho. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal when I was a kid. It was kind of like Lucky Charms, but it consisted of these little tiny crunchy nets. But what was good was there was only about 5 of those in the box, and the rest were freaking marshmallows. So you just had this bowl of nothing but marshmallows, and it was every kid's dream. So in honor of our very first Christmas episode, why don't you share with us a Christmas memory?
Christmas memory. I guess it should be video game related.
Absolutely.
It was when I got my Nintendo. I was like 12 years old. It had been out for a little while, but it was a big deal to us. And we got a box of video games from my brother Rick. And in that box, we had Mega Man and Pro Wrestling and 3D World Runner and Orb 3D and The Legend of Zelda. It was just an awesome, awesome Christmas.
I have a memory I'd like to share. It's almost as awesome, but a little sad. Hopefully that's okay, you don't care. My stepdad had this tradition with his family of something I've never heard of on Christmas, was that they would always give each other one gag gift. And this year, I really wanted a Power Glove, and I saw that Power Glove-shaped box under the tree.
So what was in it?
Well, I grabbed the box. I'm all excited. I open the paper off, and I open it up, and there is a brick. And immediately, my stepdad just loses his shit. I proceeded to run to my room and cry.
I love the Power Glove.
It's so bad.
Who doesn't love that movie?
I love that movie.
Yeah. Anyway, in that movie, one of the games featured was Mega Man 2 that you saw for a little brief moment, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. So, in Mega Man 2, it's the year 200X, which could be 2003 or
1987.
plus. What is the X? Is that?
I think it stands for X-rated.
20,000? X-rated?
2000X.
2000.
200X.
Dr. Light created the super robot Mega Man to thwart the evil desires of Dr. Wily.
What were those evil desires?
This made Dr. Wily all kinds of mad. I mean, back in school, Dr. Light would always get the recognition, always get the girl, go to the head of the class. And so Dr. Wily sends these 8 robots out to defeat Mega Man and Dr. Light. Let's see, there was Heat Man, Flash Man, Metal Man,
Red Man,
Method Man.
Rain Man.
Right.
There was a Man Man.
There was Banana Man.
A Bananarama Man.
Mega Man 2, known in Japan as Rockman 2, Dr. Wily no Nezo,
Or The Mystery of Dr. Wily.
was released here in America in 1989 by Capcom.
With the original Mega Man having such low sales figures, we were rather lucky that a sequel was made.
Yeah, actually, Capcom allowed the Mega Man team to continue working on Mega Man 2 so long as they did it in their free time while they were working on other projects.
Initially, Mega Man wasn't called Mega Man, nor was he called Rockman.
Actually, there was a bunch of names thrown around. There was Battle Kid, and Knuckle Kid, and Mighty Kid,
And Karate Kid,
Flintstones Kid.
Star Wars Kid.
And in a 1987 issue of Famitsu, it was originally called the Battle Rainbow Rockman. That was the full title of Mega Man.
It was fantabulous.
It was. When the game was localized for America, the then senior vice president of Capcom just didn't like the name Rockman, so he changed it to Mega Man. And that's when the legend became a reality.
In the final issue of Nintendo Power, Mega Man 2 was ranked as the 6th best game for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
As with the original Mega Man, the character designs were created by Keiji Inafune, but he wasn't the original creator. Mega Man's original design was actually created by Akira Kitamura, but was later polished by Keiji.
Keiji has gone on to produce or design many other Capcom games, such as Resident Evil 2 and 4,
Chippendale's Rescue Rangers and DuckTales.
Breath of Fire and Legend of Zelda, Minish Cap,
He did Dead Rising, Street Fighter 4.
and the classic Nintendo masterpiece, Yo Noid.
Awesome game.
Mega Man 2 was the first game to have kids submit their own original boss ideas, and then the producers would take them, work on their own style, and actually put them in the game.
Eddie, let's take 30 seconds and see who can come up with the best Robot Master.
You're on.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
I drew Stickman.
I drew Shave Man.
All we got to do is mail it to 25 years ago.
The box art for Mega Man 2 was illustrated by Mark Erickson, who was responsible for a lot of classic titles,
such as Galaga and Tengen Tetris.
He also did POW and Shoplifter and early issues of GamePro magazine.
So how did Mega Man end up with a pistol on the front cover?
Well, in an interview with Mark Erickson in Nintendo Age, he went into this whole big story about how it wasn't his fault. They just showed him this little guy on the screen, little pixelated guy shooting, so he's like, oh, he must have a pistol, bang, bang, bang. It wasn't supposed to be there, but it wound up there anyway. In the Japanese version of Mega Man, there is no difficulty setting. Difficult mode in the American version was actually normal mode in the Japanese version.
The object of Mega Man 2 is essentially the same as the first installment, so where you would beat each level, and upon defeating the Robot Master, you would gain their respective powers. You are free to dispatch them in any order you so choose, and the difficulty could vary depending on your choices.
There are also 3 items you gain from Dr. Light after defeating certain enemy bosses. Item 1 is a levitating platform. Item 2 is like a hoverboard with a rocket on it that lets you fly over large gaps. And item 3 is like your own personal elevator, which you can attach to a wall.
Mega Man has a rock, paper, scissors aspect to its gameplay.
Which, why in Japan it was called Rockman, one of the reasons. Another reason was because of the rock and roll aspect.
Heatman's Atomic Fire beats Woodman.
Whose Leaf Shield beats Airman.
Whose Air Shooter beats Crashman.
And whose Crash Bomber beats Flashman.
Whose Time Stopper can be used on Quickman.
But no one's weapon is more powerful than Metal Man's. The Metal Gear can not only be used against other people in the game, other enemies, but it's also the strongest against Metal Man himself. One hit, he's dead.
And it's a kick-ass name. After you defeat the original 8 stages, Dr. Wily takes off on his flying saucer to his fortress, which looks pretty formidable for an old science dude to be living in.
It's got this huge, intimidating skull, a princess tower, a landing pad, and satellite TV just so he can watch his soaps.
And with the size of that satellite, he gets all the channels.
After getting to Wily's castle, you have to defeat 4 stages, each with their own unique boss. You have to use every single item you've acquired up to this point. Then, you have to defeat all 8 bosses all over again.
That seems legit.
Now, here comes a spoiler alert.
Then you have to fight Dr. Wily in a huge machine that has 3 forms.
2 forms.
2 forms.
After you beat that, you win the game, right?
Nope. Takes off in his friggin' spaceship again.
You finally chase him down and he loses the spaceship and transforms into an alien.
That's right, folks. Dr. Wily is the 3rd kind.
You defeat the alien, then what happens next? The jig is up. Dr. Wily jumps out from behind the curtain. He was controlling him the whole time.
Then he falls to the floor and does his best We're Not Worthy impression as the Blue Bomber stands victorious. The game ends with a passing of seasons, giving you the impression that a lot of time has passed.
And then we see Mega Man's helmet just lying there in the grass. It's kind of a sad ending. Takashi Teteishi, better known for his alias Okuretsu-kun, created an iconic soundtrack for Mega Man 2. From the building crescendo of the opening theme to the quirky and upbeat music found throughout the game, this is one of the most revered soundtracks ever in NES history.
Hey Andy, do you know what I like about Christmas and the Flashman theme song?
What?
Super awesome Flashman Christmas Disco Dance Party!
Mega Man 2 is definitely a feel-good gem in a sea of Nintendo games. This game just blew me away back in the day. If you haven't played this game yet, go out, do it now. You must play this.
Merry Valentine's Christmas, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Andy, and we're Arm-Length Interviews.
Hey Andy, you know what I like? Hey Andy. Hey Andy, do you know? Hey Andy, you know what I... Hey Andy. I thought I would get you.